Hello and welcome to Stateside on Politics Social. I'm Graham Hughes. I'm joined today, as almost always, by Scott Williams. How you doing, Scott? You all right, mate?
I'm all right, thank you very much. How are you?
Oh, well, I've had better starts to the year.
Well, indeed.
I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, what
What
the
is going on in the world?
what the actual um I they knew that the Americans knew what they were getting into. They asked for this. They specifically asked for this. They were like, "Oh, what we need is how shit things were when Trump was in charge a few years ago. We need it to be like that, but even shitter." But
Yeah, and I think they've made the mistake that you know what I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it now. Actually, I'm just not gonna say it.
okay. Well, so the shit that's happened today, we had the children, the child, it's not even a child, toddler's fucking crayon written note to the government of Norway, whining that because he wasn't given a fucking gong by the government who don't actually give it out, that he's going to declare war on the world. And also, so there's that. And I talked about that quite at length this morning on Morning Brew. But that topic was more to do with the things that Europe can actually do. And I should say at this point as well, I really, really wouldn't want to be Keir Starmer right now.
It's a really difficult situation, right?
I actually have a bit of sympathy for him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I know
yeah.
that's not cool. I know that's not fashionable. But, oh my God, I would not like to be in his shoes right now. Because we're so enmeshed with the Americans in a way that the French aren't. Other countries around Europe have got other European countries to lean on. We haven't got butt kiss. And so yeah, there's that. And then there's this he's putting together a Gaza peace group. And you got to pay $1 billion.
Yeah, with Tony Blair and President Putin, is it?
Yeah. And Lukashenko, the dictator of Belarus for the last 30 odd years. The guy who just kills people if they look at him funny. It's going to be a rival to the UN. I'm glad you find it funny.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. I mean, it's insanity.
It is.
It's
It is.
literal insanity.
It is.
It took 1 year to get from oh shit, Trump's back to Trump wants to fucking try to rule the world now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Absolute fucking insanity. So so this note that he sent, I know I read it out this morning, so I'm not going to read out the whole thing again. But it is just absolutely mind-blowing to see Trump say, or write, considering your country, and country has a capital C for some reason, decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. I mean, what the fuck? It's like, I think it's a bit unfair to toddlers to say, "Oh, a toddler would write that." I think a toddler would have more self-respect. They wouldn't want all the other kids laughing at them and pushing them out the Wendy house. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck, man? But yeah, let's just talk about this effect on America. So you've still got friends and family in America, haven't you?
I do. I spoke to one a couple weeks ago. And it'd been so long since we talked that we didn't stick with politics for very long.
Yeah.
We did talk a little bit about it. I sort of said, where you are, was there any experience with sort of ICE or whatever? And she said no, they actually tried to raid a restaurant near where we used to all hang out, and apparently people protested so much they were run out. And it's a red state, so yeah, no one pushed back too hard,
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
a red state, they don't, they're like, okay, we'll just leave it, and then they'll go and pick on the blue states. So this is what it's all partisanship, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
Um,
because we don't want people opening open carry when they're in blue states. I mean,
no.
we don't want Hispanic people or black people open carrying with their guns, with their AR-15s. That's for white people in red states, not black people in blue states.
Yeah, so that was
Yes.
all she told me about that. Obviously she's kind of with us in the, how do we live in the upside down now? Like, how has this happened?
Yeah.
And she just she's optimistic. She's just like, you know what? Let's just get this over with. These 4 years over with and move forward. But the country could be completely different by then.
I think it's going to take a lot longer than 4 years to get over this shit, mate.
Yeah,
I think this is. I honestly, when he got elected, I said this is the end of America, and I stand by those words.
It's coming. It's coming. They're kind of. It's coming true in little increments.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, just to mention about before we go on about insulin and Ozempic and all the other stuff that's going to be fucked in America if we have this, trade war. Just to go back to Keir Starmer, like. He can't do anything. I don't think people understand this because they go, "Oh, it'd be great if you could just tell him to fuck off." I'm like, if he does,
you can't just tell America to fuck off.
No, other countries can. Canada can. They've got something over America. We have got nothing over them, really. Yeah. That we got this 800 billion in debt that we hold of American debt, and they don't hold any debt of ours. Okay, that's something, but it's mostly in private hands. The government can't force people to call in that debt. They can't force financial institutions to call in that debt. It's not necessarily owned by the British government. And then the other thing is just the military. Oh my God. So I spent a bit of time this afternoon looking at how enmeshed the US is in our military. We can't do fucking shit without them. All of our planes, our helicopters, our ships, our nuclear weapons, the systems. Yeah, okay. We can move away from them. It's going to take 10 years. It's not just the equipment, because there are alternatives that you can buy from Europe, somewhere else, but also it's the training. And it's like, he has got the shittest job in the world. He's got to clean up after the Tories. He's got to try and keep Trump sweet. And and everyone's going to hate him. Everyone is going to fucking hate him. Everyone from the far left to the far right and everyone in between. He is going to be public enemy number one. And he's fucked his life. Do you know what he reminds me of? Luthien out of Andor. If anyone's watched Andor, he has to burn his life in order to stop Britain from going under. So I'm keeping you up.
Oh, mate, come on. You do this every time. I worked all day long. I actually worked up until 15 minutes before I came on here, okay?
It's all right. I'm just a bit worried, Scott. I'm a bit worried because I'm not yawning. And apparently, if you don't yawn when you see someone yawning, it means you're a psychopath. And drinking black coffee.
So this is about you?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not my problem.
Oh, okay. Thought you were my friend. Anyway, let's get back to America.
I can't wait till we do this and I'm here. We're going to be here doing this. We're going to be here.
Next week?
I'll change the sheets.
Okay, thank you.
Next week?
Am I going to be sitting on your... Do you have a second chair? Can I sit on a chair? Or is there a lounge on your bed?
I will literally have to sit on the shitty folding chair. I'll give you the nice chair.
Oh, good.
You're the host.
Oh, good.
But yeah, or I might lounge on the bed with very little on. How's that sound? It's next week, Graham. You're coming over here, like, seriously, on Sunday. This coming Sunday,
Monday.
This coming Monday, you'll be here.
I will. I'll be there.
Literally next week.
Literally next week. Yes.
Okay, I better tell my brother.
I've got a ticket.
Wait, Gary, we have a house guest.
Yeah.
He's staying over the night on a Monday. Okay, yeah, that's come by really quick.
It has.
But
in some ways,
really quick.
In some ways, it's not. In some ways, this month has gone on for A very, very long time. A disturbingly
Well,
long time.
indeed.
Yeah.
I hear that as well.
But yeah.
But yeah.
So just to
Go
go
on.
back to America, because this is supposed to be a
Yeah.
show about America, I wanted to talk
Oh,
about the
please,
effects.
Graham. We've done whole shows on Stateside where we've not talked about
I know,
America
I
at
know.
all.
Don't interrupt me when I'm actually on course, all right? Don't nudge me while I'm aiming. Typical.
I'm trying to rattle your ADHD
Attracting
brain.
enemy radar. Anyway, almost 75% of all the insulin used in America comes from Denmark. 100% of Ozempic in the US is Danish.
No
15% of
way.
all the shipping that comes and goes from America is Maersk, the biggest shipping company in the world, who are Danish.
So he needs to stop fucking with them, or there's going to be some problems.
Well, with Ozempic and with insulin, any tariffs, export restrictions, just regulatory delays, you don't have to say, "Oh, we're not selling you any." Just a few little, bumps along the road. That'll mean shortages and rationing in America.
Yeah.
And you get people killing each other so they can keep their family alive to get the insulin that they need. I mean, it could
Make
be
America great again.
The Americans already, pay far more for these drugs than Europeans do. I mean, and Denmark has got them over a barrel, especially when it comes to Ozempic. They don't have to ban these exports. That's what I mean. They just have to slow them down. But when it comes to the shipping, I mean, that is just slowing them down. Just throwing a bit of grit in the machine. It would mean backlogs. It would mean delayed manufacturing inputs. If you think about just in time, that relies on the shipping bringing the stuff in that they need to get to the factory in order to make the stuff bang on time. And then that'll translate into retail shortages and more. It will put inflationary pressure onto food, construction, electronics and stuff. But they could do it at the same time that Trump puts a new person in charge of the Fed. And two things are going to happen when that happens, right? So he's got to get rid of Jerome Powell. He's got to go this year anyway, whether he ends his career in a jail cell or not. Everyone who has money, debt invested in America, they're going to sell it. Are they going to buy it like short term or a very high interest rate? They're not going to. No one's going to be buying 30-year bonds, 30-year gilt. And the other thing is that he's going to tell whoever's in charge of the Fed, his yes man who he puts in charge, he's going to lower the interest rates, which is going to make the inflation go through the fucking roof. And
which is what they all complained that Joe Biden did.
Yes. But this is the thing. If in other countries, this happened in Ecuador, this happened in Zimbabwe, this happened in countries all over the world, because of the dickhead in charge, the economy has failed, the currency has collapsed, and they've gone to dollars. They've just used dollars instead because it's the world's reserve currency. What does America use if the dollar goes tits up? You'll also have bank runs if that happens because everyone's going to want to get their dollars out. Well, they're still worth something today because they might be worth half as much tomorrow if you have runaway inflation. I mean, the stuff that he is risking happening here. And then on top of that, if that's the point where Maersk, company that makes Ozempic and the insulin providers and the other I'm just talking about Denmark here. There's another bloody 26 nations of the EU that can have their own unique thing to fuck America with. And Americans are going to feel it. Americans are really going to feel this. We can talk as much as we like about how weak Britain is and how this is affecting Europe and our stability. But really, this is going to be a boomerang. This is going to backfire horrifically on the American people. But I genuinely believe, Scott, and don't take this as a diss. This isn't all Americans, but the ones who voted for Trump, I think they'll be happy, to go having to be eaten by their own children to stay alive. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be like it's what I want, as long as it keeps Trump happy.
As long as the left are triggered.
Yes.
As long as the snowflakes are
Yeah,
upset,
they'll
it should
film
all
it.
be. We'll let whatever happen. We'll
Mm.
all die because we're most of the people that probably voted for Trump are obese and diabetic, and yeah, that they'll die. Oh well, he'll kill off his base then at least.
Dog 4x4, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Let's sit down and talk under the moon of love. And the band was colloquialism, very difficult to avoid. Thank you very much for that, Dog 4x4.
What is he talking about?
Don't know.
Right.
But yeah, but this is the military reality is that America's had access to Greenland since 1951 and can do whatever it wants. And when it comes to taking out resources out the ground, the only reason why it hasn't been done is because it's just not economically viable. But if America wants to, pay for everything, which it would have to do if it owned the place anyway, if it wants to pay to set up the mines, Denmark's like, yeah, sure, whatever, take it. But this is it as well. This is the end of NATO. Trump has a choice at this point to choose Greenland or NATO, or let's say it is Russia and Belarus.
Why
or
do
NATO.
you say that? Why do you say that if America pulls out of NATO, there is no NATO?
Because it won't be in NATO that it won't be the same. Like, right. I mean, any other member could pull out. Like, I guess Finland.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You think America is the glue that holds it all together?
It was America who came up with it in the first place. It's their gang.
Right.
And we were one of the founding members, along with America and along with Denmark. I think something will replace it. But the issue is that Britain isn't the only country that is heavily reliant on American technology and weapons. And, it is as simple as a lot of our shit's not going to work if we don't have the Americans supporting us anymore. Yeah. You think about updates, right? Think about updates for your software all the time. Well, if they say, right, that's it, no more updates for you, what the fuck do you do? And that's across all these different weapon systems and planes and boats and tanks and whatever else that we've bought off them.
All so depressing.
It is. But that letter this morning to the government of Norway was very funny.
Yeah, he's an idiot. This is all very depressing. Yeah.
Well, the other thing that could happen is there could be a boycott of the World Cup. I don't know if it'll happen, but UEFA is the European bit of FIFA, and apparently there's been a bit of tension over the last few years between UEFA and the global body FIFA. If UEFA pull out and pull all its teams out, and no European teams play, that's going to absolutely fuck the World Cup. I mean, it'll still take place, and no doubt. It's like the World Series. You don't need the other countries. Just have American teams playing against each other. Call it the World Series. But
I mean, yeah, all right, but when you think about it,
it'll be shit.
Not going to be the World Cup. Yeah.
But that happened before. Was it the 1980 Moscow Olympics that America boycotted that because of Afghanistan, and then 1984 the Los Angeles Olympics that was boycotted by all of the Eastern Bloc countries. So the medals that were won there, you may as well just give them to Trump because they're not worth as much. Because he'd be
quite happy with that, wouldn't he? He's quite happy receiving a medal that he did not win. Do you know what I mean? And claiming it as his own. It's got someone else's fucking name on it.
So Billy Kershaw has asked a very good question. Is there a drive for a national strike? Yes. But they can't call it a general strike. They've got to call it like a day of reconciliation or something. They have to give it some fucking different title.
Yeah, because they'll all get fired otherwise. Yeah. Like there's no unions or anything like that in America. If you start talking about national strikes or a big huge strike, people will just get fired.
Oh, and the army will turn up and shoot everyone dead. Yeah, because that's what they do in America.
The government would be like, well, no, you're not.
Not land of the free to take the day off.
No,
But
just
yeah,
Labor Day.
no, there is discussions going on. I believe it's going to be January the 22nd, I think, or maybe the 23rd. And there's going to be a
That's
day where,
literally this week.
yeah, in Minnesota, in
Oh,
the state
just
of
in the one
Minnesota.
state.
Yeah, but it could
All right,
spread.
Simon.
It could spread. We'll see. We'll see if people take it
Friday.
seriously.
I love it. They're all going to take Friday off.
Yeah.
Who doesn't do that already?
Diz is saying Billy 23rd of Jan, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
Friday.
did.
Take the day off before the weekend, right?
Take the day off. Yeah.
That's funny.
Jez is saying it's a Stenable Geik, totally different.
What?
No, it's instead of general strike, it's a Stenable Geik.
I thought this was something again that was going to be
just some
the other
random
guy had said, and it was just some random message again. Like, I think you need to get rid of the bots out of your chat.
No, Dark 4x4 is not.
I guess.
Dark 4x4 is not a bot. Dark 4x4 is
no,
awesome.
I know,
Thank
but
you.
I'm sure he's not. No,
that was a super chat, so we have to be nice.
Yeah, of course.
Chrissy says Trump has 1,200 military troops on standby to send into Minnesota at a moment's notice. Yeah. He'd probably send them in on Friday.
1,000?
1,200.
Is that all? There's millions of people in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Literally millions. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
They'll be annihilated.
Yeah. You're an infected of. Thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Thank you. Here's to the downfall of Trump and a good night of Aurora hunting tonight. Scotland rules. Boosh. Apparently, the Aurora is very, very bright tonight.
It is, because I just saw his picture. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I think,
here.
Talking about meeting up, Graham, I think we're meeting him.
We're meeting you're infecting of?
Yeah, he's coming down to London, I think.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, good.
Yeah, he's crazy. Absolutely off his head. So this should be really fun. Oh, if I'm allowed to go, that is. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go that night. We'll see. I might be banned.
I'll see you. I'll sneak you in.
I might be banned.
So yeah.
Excommunicated.
All right. Zip it. Suck for my bounteous zipple. So yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Scott.
So what I want to ask you, Scott, is,
of course,
you said you talked to a friend of yours a couple of weeks ago. Are you in touch with people on Facebook or anything like that? You see sort of day-to-day shit going on with your American?
Well, this is comrades. The thing. My Facebook now is pretty much a graveyard of links that no one asked for. But when Americans do post about things, they don't talk about, like, my friends. They don't talk about politics.
Yeah,
they still, it's because America's so vast. You can probably, like, there are people that are living their lives as normal, completely unaffected by any of this right now.
Yeah.
So until these people are sort of affected, then that's when the uprising starts. And I think that's what's happened with Minnesota. Obviously, so much focus and pressure has been put on one state. Now they're going to be like, no, fuck this, we've had enough. But my friend who lives in, a part of Cleveland, Ohio, she is a, she runs a hospice. She goes to work every day. She sees her grandkids.
Yeah.
She, sees her kids. She, she has her own place. She's, she has a social life. She's just living her life, like me and you are. So, and this is another thing, where I have had my problems with depression over the last few months, and I've sort of taken a little bit of a step back from politics. When you do that, like, trust me, that sort of stuff, it kind of rolls off your back after a minute. You're like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. My brother will be watching Sky News, and he'd be like, well, Keir Starmer is talking about Donald Trump in Greenland. I'm like, take Greenland, go and see what happens. Start a war, fuck it, why not? Who cares? You know, am I still gonna have to get up and go to work? Probably.
Not if there's a nuclear strike
No,
against
if
London.
no, if
You'll
the
be all right.
UK have a war with America,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
is it really ever gonna get that far?
Mm.
You know, I mean, is that a good question or not? You know, I don't even know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all just so insane.
Um,
So
yeah.
yeah,
We've got a super chat here from Golden Boy. Thank you very much for
Golden
the £5
Boy.
super chat. Europe, you are the hope of humanity. Russia, USA, and China may try and weaken you. We believe Europe will rise. Greetings from a Japanese friend. Thank you very much, Golden Boy. And yeah, I absolutely agree. I think Europe.
Oh my God, do you reckon he's actually in Japan?
Yeah. Or maybe he might be Japanese, but
English
in somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
But wherever you are in the world, Golden Boy, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. The other thing about Maersk, sorry, going back to ships, right? So I traveled on a couple of Maersk ships. You can't drink.
Well, it's more you've got your script there and you want to keep going.
Yes.
Yes. Go on.
There's some level of professionality on this show, on this channel. So
am I ruining that for you tonight? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm being but you know what? It's kind of been a trend recently. I'm being a bit of a wanker, you know.
Anyway, so Maersk, the shipping company, the big Danish shipping company,
Yes.
the biggest shipping company in the world, bought itself a little gift for itself last year in April. Do you know what it bought?
No, I don't.
It bought the Panama Canal Railway Company. So alongside the Panama Canal is a railway, which they built because as they were making the canal, it made sense to have a railroad next to the canal so they could dig stuff out the ground, put it in a open
train cart,
yeah, and then it could trot off into the sea and drop it into the sea. Well, okay, so when it finished it, it's got a train line that goes from Colón in the northern part of the country down to Panama City, right? And they've bought it; they own it now. So not only
the Danish people,
yes. So not only is Maersk the world's biggest shipping company, it's also in charge of some of the stuff that goes on in the Panama Canal. Obviously, the Panamanian government run the canal itself, but it is a major chokehold that America is threatening about. And also, if America is thinking of doing these shipping lanes up in the north, if Denmark keeps hold of Greenland, they've got to go past the waters of Greenland or the ice of Greenland. Have you lost something, Scott? Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I just realized that I have actually lost something. Yeah.
Oh no, do you want to go and find it? Is it your virginity? Have you looked down the back of your couch?
I haven't lost that yet.
That's where JD Vance lost his, down the back of the couch.
Yeah,
or round the back of the couch, more like. Tim Ballum.
The crease of the couch.
Okay, while Scott hunts for the lost ark. Tim Ballum, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Who makes the landing gear for American aircraft? I don't know. Probably BAE Systems. I have a bone to pick clean. Where the fuck does Farage get off saying he'll have a word with Trump when he attends Davos this week? Did I blink and miss an election where he became PM? No. He's just a trumped up.
He did this last time.
Little twat.
He did this last time. Do you remember he did this last time?
No.
Like there was a big sort of world leader meeting, and he felt that he needed to be invited because he was such good friends with Trump. Do you remember that? It was literally last year. He was shouting about it. He was like, you know, and everybody and the reform morons were all like, yeah, you should totally be there, friends with Trump. It was so unreal, like where he thought he had the audacity to sort of expect to be invited to something like that. He's an opposition leader. Like, he's not in government. He thinks he's in government sometimes. He really does.
Do you want to? I'm going to just put up a picture here. You won't be able to see this, but the other people will, I hope. This is Jacob Rees-Mogg. This is a piece that he wrote for the Times newspaper back in 2018, and its headline is President Trump will be our greatest ally after Brexit. Freed from the ties to the EU, Britain can build a truly special relationship with this US president.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Anyway, that
the delusion of these people at the time of Brexit, and saying anything they could to please the people that voted for it. Just outright bullshit, like literal articles of bullshit. Like that article itself was probably an article.
Did you see what Max said about that article?
No.
He's put aged like nanny's milk.
Yes. No, I did say that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's true, yeah. That is funny. And then I think Phil put a picture of him and his nanny.
Yes.
Which,
is quite terrifying, to be honest with you.
Horrendously terrifying. What terrifies me is that he's bred with another human and has produced children.
Yes.
That's the scariest thing, I think, in general.
Yes.
And they're all, oh my God, they all look like crazy people.
There you go. There's a picture. There's Jacob Rees-Mogg. Nanny.
Your nanny. But his kids look
that's something out of a 70s horror movie, that is.
It is. It looks like something on The Shining.
Jez Hunt.
Come play with us.
Talking about playing with us, slight distraction. Did you watch Bone Temple yet? Thank you very much, Jez. No, I'm going on Wednesday to see it with Ben Chambers.
There's another one come out already.
It's a trilogy. They've got 3 coming out in quick succession.
There's 3?
Yeah.
I still need to watch the last one.
Have you not seen it? It's very good.
No,
I think you'll appreciate it a lot more because you spent so much time in the UK. You'll get it. I think a lot of Americans who watched it, but they didn't really get it.
Right.
Anyway, but even better than that, Tim Ballum has dropped £2 in the Super Chat fund. The share price in euros gives us a clue, but it also means that I can now trigger the official confetti. We did it! Yay!
Confetti, I can move my bingo wings.
So exciting about the confetti. So I'll set up another
always
one.
Good. Always
halfway
good.
Through the show.
Halfway through the show. Yeah, that is. I think it's a bit of a record, Graham. So far, that's
Boba Fetty. Boba Fetty. I like that. I like that L.
Well, unless was your target really low or?
Oh, it was only 5. I sometimes put it on 10, but I only put it on 5 super chats. But I like that. I like Boba Fetty. And what it might do is try to animate Boba Fett's helmet like exploding into lots of confetti. His Mandalorian helmet. Jez says, Graham, enjoy it. You'll see my masks in it. It's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I've a little bit that I've read about it. No spoilers. Is that it's absolutely fucking crazy. And there are people in America going to see it dressed as Jimmy Savile.
Oh, Lord.
You need to watch it. You need to watch the first one. And you'll be like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I know. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what it means. You know.
But they're dressing as a pedophile. Like, that's crazy.
They don't know who he is. It's like if you go to a sports game in America, they'll play like Gabby Glitter.
Yeah.
And you're like, you can't play that. He's a massive pedo. And they're like, oh.
Like unabashed pedophile, like almost shamelessly pedophilic.
Yeah. Chris C says JRM is the gentleman for the 18th century. I wouldn't call him a gentleman. He's like Raffles, isn't he? The gentleman thug from the Viz.
He's just a fucking.
Mog's granddad was a lorry driver. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, right.
Fucking grasper. Anyway, So the bottom line for Americans going into this year, things are not looking good. Medicine's costs rising, goods are getting more expensive, the military prestige is it's capability. Because here's another thing, Scott, right? It is within the rules of the things that have been set up with these different countries around the world that America can have American bases in them. But only so long as at the pleasure of the government in which of the country in which these US air bases and things, military bases are put. They could easily say, no, that's it, you've all got to go. And what would happen at that point is all these Americans, right, 250,000 of them around Europe, would be sent home on civilian aircraft, and they'd have to leave all their weapons behind. Like they can't take their airplanes out. So just fucking ground them, leave them there. Off you pop. Go on, fuck off.
Why would they have to leave their stuff there?
Because that's the rules. They say if we don't want you here anymore, you got to fuck off.
All right, so they just go and all their equipment stays.
I guess
and it
so.
belongs to Greenland now.
Maybe they'll be able to fly some of it off. I guess, but
I would think they just get up and move, like
a lot of the stuff
move from the house or something.
Yeah, but it's not like that, is it? How'd you get rid of all the tanks and stuff out of a base if the country that has told you to fuck off doesn't want you driving its tanks along its roads? I don't know. I don't know what the logistics is.
How do you leave then? How do you leave?
Just tell everyone they gotta go. You book them on an EasyJet flight out of here. Go on, fuck off.
Well, from Greenland to America.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Greenland. I'm talking about Europe. I'm talking about all these bases, like Ramstein base in Germany. Thousands of American soldiers in. Just be like, pack up, fuck off. Well, that's it. You're not welcome here anymore. That's another thing that can happen. And
it could.
Losing all these allies. They're losing all these wealthy allies as well. There's something as well. He's chumming up to Belarus and Russia, which are fucking basket cases. They've got no fucking money. It's just bonkers. He doesn't understand how anything works. That's why he bankrupted 2 casinos. I mean, you can only bankrupt.
Well, no, he has an advisor who's insane. So,
yes,
this is where it goes when you have people who are crazy.
Apparently, he's very sad because his wife's having it away with Elon Musk. Stephen
Miller's wife is fucking Elon Musk.
Yeah,
that is hysterical. And it's also kind of gross. Elon Musk is not an attractive man. I don't get it.
I don't think she's an attractive woman either, mate. So
Oh well, no.
If two uglies want to bump uglies, so who's gonna? Who are we to stop him? He's already got 13 kids. Elon Musk. 13.
That's insemination, isn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't actually fuck them. Like he sold them.
He's a fucking nightmare.
A semen. Yeah. It's weird as fuck.
Phil Nelson says we have the Euro bazooka. If anything like the old school sweet bazooka, it will stop all talk of anything for a long while. Chewing licorice-based gums could be the way forward. So yeah. So have you heard about this? The trade bazooka. I talked about it this morning on the show, so I won't go over too much old ground. But essentially, a few years ago, the EU got together and said, "What do we do if a country puts a trade embargo on Lithuania? Like, what can we do as a collective?" And basically, they put this thing together, and they went, "Look, all options are on the table," which include obviously not just measures like tariffs and things, but also things like not arresting people in their countries for violating the intellectual property or copyright of American stuff. So like in China, you have McWrongs and stuff, and McDowell's, and you have McTucky's fried chicken and stuff.
Well, we've got them here. We got Tennessee fried chicken.
Yeah, I know. But like
all sorts of bullshit, right?
You get a lot of rip-offs in China. I mean, in China, you can buy yourself an iPhone, and it's made in the same place. They make the iPhones, but it's not an iPhone. It's like a J phone.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a fraction of the price.
But it's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's all the same components, everything. They've just copied it.
They just took because they have all the stuff there to do it.
Yeah, got all the fabrication stuff, and they can just grab, because don't forget, a lot of this stuff. Obviously, there's not like a bespoke. I don't know. The hard drive on it is. I don't think it's like a bespoke hard drive, is it? It's
all basic materials, right? Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah. Tim Ballum, £2 super chat. She's preggers, isn't she? I don't know, Tim.
Stephen Miller's wife?
What, to Elon Musk? Is pregnant with Elon Musk's kid? I don't know.
That'd be hysterical. Another one. I wonder if this one will come out trans as well. Wife pregnant.
This one will come out trans.
Well, it's one of his kids is trans,
I know,
right?
she's
He's
brilliant.
disowned her.
Yeah, I follow her on TikTok.
At
She's
the
great,
beginning of the
Vivian.
year, they did announce that, Steve and Kate Miller announced pregnancy at Trump's Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve bash. So yeah, she is pregnant. But yeah, it'd be funny. They have, they already have three children, so this will be their fourth. And yeah, at the Trump's glitzy New Year's Eve celebration, attended by some of the biggest names in the MAGA movement, the podcast host also shared a short clip of her and her husband at Homeland Security Kristi Noem's dancing to Vanilla Ice's 1990 hit Ice Ice Baby.
Cunts.
Yeah, there you go.
Sickos. They
Yeah.
just want to go around and shoot people. But I mean, one of the things that might happen, I mean, this might be all choreographed so that Trump meets up with Farage and Trump's made no secret that he wants Farage to be our next prime minister. Meets up with him in Davos on Wednesday, and he says, "Oh, Nigel, change my mind on this, and I'm not going to invade Greenland anymore." And it's all because of Nigel Farage. And then all of Nigel Farage's little fanboys in this country will go, "Oh, Nigel Farage, he's the greatest. He stopped this war from happening. Give him the Peace Prize, etc."
But the thing is, right, that Nigel Farage could not be the prime minister. Like, if Nigel Farage tries to be the prime minister or whatever, right? What am I trying to say? Trump will not be president by the time Nigel Farage gets elected, if he gets elected.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
In theory, because we will not have a general election until there is another presidential election.
Yeah, which is going to end in absolute fucking carnage.
Yeah, which God knows what will happen. But I'm kind of hoping that there will be some sense in the British people by then,
Yeah.
and understand that the Reform Party is just a bunch of Timu fucking Tories.
Yeah. Ivan Ambrose, thank you very much for the £10 super chat. Did anyone see the common statement from Yvette Cooper on Greenland? If so, what did she and others say? I wanted to engage on this one, but I missed it. Did you see Yvette Cooper's statement?
No, I haven't watched Parliament for quite a while.
Sorry, Ivan, I missed that one. But yeah, I'll find out for you. Maybe I'll.
What did she say?
I don't know. Stop putting me on the spot. I didn't say.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking them. Say in a super chat what they said.
No, don't. Ivan, ignore everything that Scott says. He's off his meds. Yeah. No, Ivan's saying that he didn't see it.
Excuse me.
He didn't see it. He was asking us if we saw it and we knew anything about it.
I haven't seen it. No, sorry.
And Captain Coconut says Fromage is not the leader of a political party; it's a company, and as a company, he can avoid scrutiny. Yeah. Yes, I've watched Yvette Cooper's statement. Says SG, so that's good. But
good. No, guys, you just keep us in the dark. Oh, we have no idea what the fuck is going on. But yeah, I'm glad everyone else saw it. What the fuck? What did she say?
She said,
statement.
She said, "Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Can I begin by expressing my condolences to all those affected by the terrible train crash near Cordoba last night. Thank you to the Spanish emergency services who responded." I'm not going to read all this. I'm not going to read it all.
I'll tell you what.
Legit, I'm going to just put this into ChatGPT.
You are too much. It's funny.
Summarize. Oh, do you know what? Freaking, I've avoided this up till now, but bloody Google thing, what's it called? Google Chrome has now got this integrated AI shit in it, like Gemini or something, and you can't get rid of it. And it's doing it now on my
AI thing.
Yeah, and on WhatsApp, it gives you an AI suggestion when you're using WhatsApp of how to respond to something. Fuck off. I can write my own fucking messages.
I don't get that. I haven't got that.
They're rolling out or something. I don't know. It's not on this computer, but it's on my laptop now. And I'm like, I want to get rid of this. And you go onto the Google page and you go, how do I get rid of this? And it's like, I don't fucking
And then
know.
an AI thing tells you some roundabout way of doing it.
Yeah. So the 3 core principles that Yvette Cooper laid out: Greenland's future is solely for Greenlanders and Denmark to decide, something that Keir Starmer said last week. Using or threatening tariffs against enemies is wrong and counterproductive. Yes. Okay. Arctic security is a shared transatlantic responsibility. So, Ivan, I don't think she said anything new. The government stressed the importance of the US-UK relationship, particularly in defence, intelligence and trade. Denmark is described as a long and close-standing ally. The US already has extensive legal security access to Greenland after the 1951 treaty, making coercive pressure unnecessary and damaging. And the threat follows routine allied security planning on Russian threats. The government warned a trade war would harm businesses. The UK is engaged in intensive diplomacy with Trump and Greenland, Denmark, US, Canada, and European allies. Statement outlines growing Russian threats in the Arctic and North Atlantic, including submarines, probing aircraft, and risks to critical infrastructure, such as I don't want to see cables or something. And then UK highlights its increasing military commitment to the nation, to the region. Sorry, you know, we're one of the countries that is one of the hateful 8 that Trump has said he's going to put tariffs on. Right? Do you know how many soldiers we sent over to Greenland?
How many? I don't even know.
1.
None.
1. 1. We sent one soldier
he's that
over
upset.
there. And now he's that upset, he's putting a 10% tariff on us next week. Yeah.
That's all he's got, though. This is ridiculous. Like, I'll put tariff on you, I'll put tariff on you.
Yeah, but he's dumb. Ernie Byrne says she basically reiterated Starmer. Yeah, she did. That's exactly what Starmer
literally
said.
Sounds exactly like he said. I was going to say, I wanted to interrupt you and go, are you telling me anything new here? Like, no. I feel like
they are genuinely stuffed. They are in so much shit at the moment. They've just been dumped in a world of pain, and no one's going to thank them for it. Like, Keir Starmer is. I think what'll happen is maybe in like 30 years' time, his role in all this will be reappraised, and people will say, well, actually, he didn't have much of a choice in the choices he took. And it's all very well for me on the internet to go, he should do this, he should do this, he should say that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actual diplomacy and policy, it's difficult. I'm more about the comms. I'm more about him fucking up with the comms, and I can actually say with confidence, hey, you fucked up there, Keir, you dickhead. Get your comms sorted out. Stop announcing things and then changing your mind after you fucking announced it. You make yourself look like a tit. You know, if you get the family together, you go, right, we're all going to the shops. And okay, we're going to the shops. Right, we're all going to go, come on, everyone. And everyone gets dressed and put the shoes on and run at the door. And then you go, we're not going to the shops. And you go, why the fuck did you say we were going to the shops then?
Yeah,
well, I just thought it'd be fun to, get you all to get ready. Up. Put your raincoats on. Okay. Only joking. Anyway, Tim Ballum, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Have you seen the USAers saying that the time for the ballot box is over and they need to take to the gun to stop Trump's tyranny? Yes. Yes, I have seen some of them. I don't know there's that many of them. And it's not the way that I would recommend necessarily. Because the American army is quite fucking horrific.
But the whole point... They fought so hard for their fucking Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, its purpose is to allow the citizenry to be armed against the tyranny of the government. Good. Well done, guys. Well done. I just didn't think it was going to be their government.
I think, do you know what? I think we need to do a show or something. We get the ball rolling called The American Constitution is Fucking Shit. Here's why. And we just go through it all and go, this is shit. Look how shit this is. Isn't this the shittest document? We could go on about how, you'd set it on fire, but it'd be a waste of a match. That is, just go on about how fucking shite it is and how badly put together and badly written and vague terms and the fact that the whole thing is steeped in racism and misogyny and class prejudice and this idea that America should have a king that is all powerful and all knowing and omnipotent. And you're like, why does America get a king that is like that, and Britain has a king who has to do what he's told by the parliament, directly elected by the people? Whereas Trump, as president, can just overrule anyone. King hasn't got pardon powers here, by the way. The person who pardons people is the Home Secretary in this country. The king just can't pardon their mates. Could you imagine if Charlie had popped his clogs, right, and whoever was next in line had also gone, and Andrew became king, and he was just giving pardons left, right, and centre to every paedophile in the country?
Himself, firstly.
Yeah. Imagine living in that system. That's the system Americans are in at the moment. Trump is letting off every gangster, every crypto bro, every drug dealer. While he was kidnapping the president of Venezuela, he was at the same time letting off the president of Honduras for drugs offences, which he was found guilty of in American courts, and he was being held in American jail. And he was so upset about all these drugs that he went over to Venezuela to stop all that fentanyl that doesn't come from Venezuela. Most of it's made in America. Anyway, they have that Second Amendment they love ever so much, and then they forget to use it. Oh, it's a Second Amendment for some of the people. It's not for all of the people. Chris says, today I set my delivery options to not include USA and put a polite note on my stores advising American customers while they can no longer purchase my products. Don't blame you, mate. Don't bloody blame you. Scott, are you jigging? Are you jigging again? With your arms under the
sorry,
table?
I am. Yeah, no, it's a nervous thing. I'm sorry.
I know it's fine. Just keep your hands, up. Put your hands like this, right? And then you can jig away. That's it. Stay like that for the rest of the show. Phew. So no one gets the wrong idea.
That was me on Saturday night.
Yeah. Phil Nelson says, not a bad idea, a review of all the shite that is built up into the shite pile of Trumpian politics. Yeah. Americans would hate watch it. They'll be like, and we've got to watch this show with these British people. And I'm like, Scott's not British, he's American. Slug off
I am British,
our beautiful Constitution. But it's got to be said, because I think that too many Americans see the Constitution as like a religious text. Yeah.
Yeah, that cannot be changed. The whole point is it has amendments. And it should be a moving document. But also it's just not of the times. No. And what people seem to do is pick and choose the things they like, and they keep those things.
Yes. Like religion. Like people do with religion. Oh, I like this bit that says I can stone my neighbor to death. I don't like this bit about loving them.
Which is literally what they do with their religion now anyway, pick and choose,
Yeah. My furry friend is a bunny. She'll sink her teeth in, says Reverend Kathy, who has a furry friend. That's nice. Always good to be friends with a furry. Those people, yeah. Those people. From the Flaming Lips side of the stage. And
I've heard of furries.
Captain Coconut, a documentary on why a two-party system is just as bad as one, and then why politically greater than two is a magic number. I don't know. I think that all versions of democracy have their strengths and weaknesses, but I think that the US presidential version just has way more weaknesses than strengths. Ivan, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. I'm boycotting American companies, businesses, and products. Sorry, Scott, but the difficulty is convincing other people to do the same.
Doesn't affect my pocket.
Yeah, Scott lives in London. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, shit.
Good on you, Ivan. And then Tim Ballum, £5 super chat. How about the American states ratify the 13th Amendment? Charles could then get rid of Trump and any Trumpist. What was the 13th Amendment? What was that? Was that one that they got rid of afterwards?
I thought that had something to do with slavery.
Was it like the 20th Amendment? That was like they banned alcohol and then they unbanned it a week later. That's a strange place for an ear.
Later, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry. 13th. Shut up.
And Jez says, did Magna Carta die for nothing? Very good. I like it. Oh, by the way,
amendment, it was the amendment to formally abolish slavery and
okay.
voluntary servitude.
Oh well.
So I think that might have been a veiled comment there.
Okay. We have a confetti cannon to explode because Tim just dropped the 5th of 5 super chats, which means confetti again. Confetti. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to this evening. We're gonna have to wrap up soon, but I just want to talk this evening about the effect that what Trump's madness about Greenland is going to have on your average American. Their prices are going to go up for everything. I mean, even if it just comes to these tariffs that come on, those tariffs are paid for by American companies, and 93% of these tariffs has been passed on from the companies to the consumers. The price of everything across America is going up pretty much. And a lot of the stuff, it's not like they make it in America. The stuff that is specifically made in other countries, it's not made in America. And so it's not like there's any competition. They've got to buy what they buy. Chris C says, I had a Russian dwarf hamster as a kid named Taz. Oh, that's very nice, Chris. And then Ivan's back with another super chat. Thank you. Ivan, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. How do we convince other people to boycott all things American? We need a nationwide, like...
I'd have to be like a campaign.
Movement. We need a campaign, don't we?
Yeah.
No thanks, Yanks.
There you go. I think you found the name. That's quite good, actually.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
And the thing is that people in America don't like to be called Yanks.
No, I hate it. It's really annoying.
Why don't you like it?
It's clearly a derogatory term.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Why?
No.
Why do you call us Yanks?
Because it's like a term of affection, like Brits.
No, it's not.
Or Aussies.
No.
Or Canucks from Canada.
It's not really. It's
do
not
you call
really.
Canadians
not when you've been
Canucks?
told to fuck off, you Yank.
Yeah?
It's not. I'm sorry. You don't get called it.
Okay, limey. Limey. British people get called limeys.
I've never called anyone a limey.
Or in Australia, we get called pommies.
Never called. Well, I'm not Australian.
Okay. It just seems a bit of a weird one to get butthurt about. It comes from Yankee Doodle came to town riding on a pony.
Yeah, stuck a finger up his butt, and now it's macaroni.
Yes. What?
What?
I don't understand. I mean, if you're from the South and you lost the war and it was the Yankee North versus the Confederate South, okay,
Confederate South, yeah.
Then I get why you might be able to. But you're from fucking Ohio. Like,
I am a Yankee.
You are a Yankee. You would have been on the side of the righteous in that particular conflict.
But the thing is, right? When you get it used at you as a pejorative, it's,
okay.
Not, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but the thing is, right, if we just call you a bunch of cunts, that could be any country. We need it like specifically American.
Yeah, okay. But I'm gay. One could call me the F word. I am that.
A fascist. A fuck.
And,
a flaming galah.
It doesn't make it not bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, okay, that is a derogatory term, I would say. But Yank's not derogatory.
No, because you don't want it to be.
No, but it just isn't.
No, but you don't want it to be.
I think you're just being oversensitive.
There's not a cultural or social shift to make it one.
Yeah, but we don't really use it much. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, right. So if I was to insult you, right? And I said, and I decided to call you a swear word, right? It would be obvious that I'm insulting you, right? Yeah. But if I said to you, go away, you Yank.
You stupid fucking Yank.
No, but no one would. No, I mean, if it said stupid,
no one on the island at that xenophobia. No, not at all.
But no one around would go, oh, he's used a bad word there.
No, they don't, because xenophobia is so ingrained in the society.
But
and in all of our societies.
But why is it
xenophobic?
But why is it like if I called someone from France Frenchy, I wouldn't think that
you would call them a frog.
I think
or,
I think frog is quite offensive, actually.
Yeah.
Because that is
Yeah.
derogatory. Like a German person, if
Yeah.
you call them the Bosch, because that has connotations with the war, First World
Mhm.
War. That's that's
Yeah.
derogatory. But
But Yank's okay.
yeah, but I see it on the level of saying
You
Frenchy
see it. You see
or
it. You see it different, even though they're exactly.
I see it more as a nickname than a pejorative.
That's your view. That doesn't mean that I'm not. I'm telling you that's not my view.
What about being called a septic?
That's rude. You're calling
Yeah.
me a septic tank. You're calling me a septic
Okay, I will
tank.
meet you halfway. I think that is a pejorative.
You're calling me a bowl of shit.
Yes. Yes,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it rhymes with yank.
Yes.
Right. So, but yank's okay.
But Yank, yeah, I think Yank's okay.
Right. Of course you do, because it's ingrained in the society. It's ingrained in the culture.
Yeah. Have you ever watched?
You're not on the other end of it. So
you're
not on the other end.
You know
of
when
it.
they have these reaction videos on.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched an Irish person watch how St. Patrick's Day is covered in America on the news?
No, why? No.
It's quite something to watch. Yeah.
They have no idea.
No, they have no idea. They're just like, what the fuck? It's a little bit odd. It's a little bit odd. Yeah, so we had a super chat
there's
from
a lot of Irish people in America.
we had a super chat from Tim. Thank you very much for the £5 super chat. The unratified titles of nobility amendment, Toner, proposed in 1810, which would have stripped citizenship from Americans accepting foreign titles. Well, there you go. Yeah. Inertia Mass is saying for Southerners, Yank is the old enemy from the Civil War. Yes, that's why I'm saying if it's a Southerner, I kind of get it. But in the North, they called themselves.
So what did we call
the Yankee
the
Soldiers.
What did we call the Southerners?
What's the name of that baseball team from New York?
The Yankees.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm not being funny, but there is no football team in France called.
But I can call myself one if I want to.
Yeah, but there's no football team in France called the Marseille Frogs. Do you know what I mean? Or someone from Spain called the
Again, you're not
Seville
on the other end of it, Graham.
Spicks.
You can argue all you want. You're not on the other end of it.
But why do you have a team called that if it's so offensive?
Because there is some sort of Yankee Doodle, blah, blah, blah in America. I get it. But when you're in another country,
yeah,
and that's all you get called, right? It turns into a pejorative. You don't experience it. You will not go to America and get called a limey. You won't.
I do. I've been called a limey in America. Loads of times. Yeah. All over the Caribbean.
I'm surprised by that. Because I'd never even heard of that until I moved here.
Oh, I know I've been called. But I mean, like, in a friendly way. I've never been like, you know. I think if someone said, you fucking limey, like, right. the fucking is the problem. It's like, you fucking...
It's the context. It's the
context.
Turns it into a pejorative.
But whenever it's been used for me, and when I've been called a palm in Australia, it's always been, like, friendly banter. It's not been...
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be that here. I have been angrily called a Yank.
What were you doing?
Masturbating, but that doesn't matter.
On public transport again,
literally,
Scott,
again. On the tube. I was like, "What's your problem?"
They didn't call you a yank,
Yankee.
No, they said you were having a yank. Oh my god, you weren't listening.
What's the whole?
Yeah. Mr. Tis says whinging poms. Yeah, I got called a whinging pom.
Right.
Yes. But yeah, given the New York Yankees is a global brand, I fail to see how Yank is derogatory, says Paul.
Yeah, again, you're not on the other end of it. If you're on the other end of it, you would think so. A lot of people come up to me and say, I don't understand why you don't like the word faggot. And I'm like, well, I've been called that since I was a kid. So I don't.
That's definitely a pejorative.
Yeah, right.
But it's
people
a Cockney.
Say that.
It's a Cockney. Is that a pejorative? Or Scouser?
No,
I get called a fucking Scouser all the fucking time.
That is part of a culture. That's actually part of a culture.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, people call me a fucking Scouser.
Is something that people are proud of. Being a Scouser is something that people are proud of.
Yeah, quite rightly.
Right. So that's why it's different.
You're not proud of being American.
Right now, no.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a problem. It's not us.
Absolutely
It's not me, it's you. Tim,
whatever.
Thank you very much for the £2 super chat. How many US teams insult Native Americans? Well, yeah, there was the Washington.
I'm not saying America is the winner here. I'm not saying that
it is
we're
a bit
all
rich.
right.
It is a bit rich for Americans to be like, you can't use that word.
I'm just saying, you don't live here as a person with an American accent. Shut the fuck up.
I think this is getting a really interesting discussion here. Ms. Paula Thomas, thank you very much for the £20 super chat. My sister was walking around Tesco's with an American friend when he burst out laughing. He'd seen a product made by Mr. Brains. My sister then explained to him the real meaning of the short form of his mate Randolph's name.
Yeah. ...
Yep.
and shocked the hell out of me when I first saw it.
Yeah.
You know what? And for 35 years, I've been meaning to buy them, and I've never bought them. I'm gonna buy them one day and eat them. I've never had them.
Ivan, thank you very much.
All the balls I've had, just not those.
Ivan, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Cockney people and Essex people or Suffolk people carrot crunchers. It's not very nice.
No,
is it? I don't know. Carrot crunchers.
Devon and Dorset.
I mean, carrots are crunchy and they are tasty. So
carrot crunches, that is an actual.
We call people from
people that live in the country, like country bumpkin.
So we call people who are from across the water in Liverpool, we call them Plazzy Scousers. And then anyone who's from like outside of Liverpool, we call them Wolves. And then once it gets further out, like to Cheshire, we call them the Bad Wolves. And it's short for woolly backs.
Yeah, it's just you
because he used to go to market with wool in a sack on the back. I think
we're just
something like that.
We're just making people different.
People are different.
I know, but it's always has to be. Why do I always have to fucking?
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because a term for gay.
I don't think it's that.
A term for gay, like the word "gay," is not a pejorative. But if someone calls you, "Oh, you're fucking gay," then that is someone being horrible, isn't it?
Right.
But the F word is a pejorative just on its own. Like the P word is.
Yeah,
like
very much so. Yeah.
N word is. I mean, it's on its own.
Yeah, it was used purely to insult.
Yeah. When I say yank, I'm saying it with like affection,
Yeah, so you think you are. Yeah, I get it.
I do. Okay. I think you're being overly sensitive, Scott.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'll check them apples.
Maybe I am.
I'm gonna get you a New York Yankees cap when I come down to.
Sure, whatever.
Chris C. I used to know an Irish roofer who lived in Liverpool. His nickname was the Irish Scouse Pikey. Pikey is a derogatory
Pikey
word.
is a very derogatory term for people.
You should come to my home. It's Irish, isn't it? That word is to describe Irish traveling people.
Yes, or tinkers.
Yeah. You should come to my hometown, Scott. We've got some great F word Scots in the stalls in the market. Thanks for that, for some stuff.
Really?
Well, it's
that
a type
in Scotland?
No, it's in Wales. Oh. You know what they are over here.
They're it's supposed to be a bundle of wood.
Also a bundle of wood. Also a cigarette, but also a
meatball.
Like a meatball, yeah.
What does it taste like?
I don't know, like meatballs.
I'm gonna ask the internet.
If you type that in, what do F words taste like? It's just gonna give you a load of gay porn. Gay is a girl's name, not often used nowadays. Well, Brighton Hove actually, it could be a boy's name as well. Gabriel Byrne. Gay Byrne.
They're savory, rich meatballs made from minced pork offal, which is like liver, heart, lungs, mixed with herbs and breadcrumbs, seasoned and traditionally wrapped in a caul fat before being baked and stewed in onion gravy, tasting deeply meaty, herby, and comforting, like a hearty meatball with an intense rustic flavor, often served with mash and peas. You know what that sounds like to me?
Great.
Sounds like haggis.
Inertia in the chat just said like little haggis. Little haggis.
It sounds like haggis.
Hey, fuck off, you little haggis. And you'd be like, what?
Right.
What?
Exactly.
Talking of haggis, next Sunday is Burns Night. It's the 25th. So we have got haggis in the fridge ready to eat with our neeps and tatties. Yeah, I'm going to do the address to the haggis. It's going to be great.
I don't mind a bit of haggis, actually. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
love a bit of haggis. Have you ever had deep fried haggis in Scotland?
No, that sounds very
It's
interesting.
so good. Have you had deep fried
Are they
Mars
like
bar in
patties?
Scotland?
Do you what?
Deep fried Mars bar.
No, that's a northern thing I have not tried, and I don't know.
It's
if
not.
I
We don't
want
have
to.
it here in the north. It's in Scotland. It's a Scottish.
Oh,
thing.
it's only in Scotland
Yeah.
now. I thought it was a northern thing.
Well,
like,
I've
you
not
get
had
in,
it
like,
in Liverpool. I've not had it
Blackpool,
here. Maybe they have it in Newcastle.
And they like Blackpool and
Yeah.
places like that.
Tim Ballum, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Who killed the bear and monkey hangers? I don't know about who killed the bear, but the people of Hartlepool are called monkey hangers. Do you know that, Scott?
No.
So Hartlepool, which is a bit south of where I live, it's on the coast, right?
Yeah.
They're called the monkey hangers because many, many years ago, there was a monkey on a ship that came into port, and they'd never seen a monkey before, and they thought that it was a French spy. So they put the monkey on trial and found the monkey guilty of spying for
crazy.
the French, king. And they hung this poor monkey, and now we know them as the monkey hangers. Hartlepool monkey hangers. Chrissy, will Graham be wearing a kilt then? I'm not Scottish. I'd feel a bit bad wearing a kilt.
You can wear one when you come over here.
No, I'm not properly
What?
Scottish.
What? That doesn't matter. That's fine.
I love that they went, let's make these things for people to wear up here. They're meant to wear.
Yeah,
And
in the cold of Scotland.
Yeah. And then, someone obviously got turned on. They looked down and went, it's really obvious to everyone that I got a boner here because obviously I'm wearing a skirt. And so they came up with the idea of a sporran. They said, what we'll do is get like a heavy leather pouch and that can go over your knob.
I can press your penis against you.
so no one will know how aroused you are. And they're like,
Yeah,
brilliant!
well,
Brilliant,
get
Angus!
Get an idea of the size of your
what a plan.
hog.
I do love it when you see people, like when they get married or something and they dress in the full tartan. They look fucking fantastic. It is a fantastic
beautiful.
fucking outfit. And what do we have here in England? Morris dancers with bells on their knees. I mean, come on. Ugh.
No class.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna live out the rest of my days in Scotland. I think after all this is over.
It's a bit cold though.
I know, but get away from everyone. Get away from dickheads putting flags up.
Yeah.
Yes. So there you go. Are you sure the monkey was hung and not just bragging? Says Elle.
Oh.
Waka waka waka. So yeah, and everyone's arguing about deep fried Easter eggs. That does sound good. But we're gonna have to wrap it up there. We have got a little bit of time. We tried to keep to the main subject, I think.
Well, I think we did up until the 10 o'clock, and then it all kind of
derailed. Just all went all over the shop.
It all unraveled.
Yeah. Did the monkey come from an egg? Yes. That was hidden under a mountain.
Is that a story of some description?
Yeah. Journey to the West. Monkey.
Oh, okay.
Monkey magic. Yeah. Monkey's power was... What does he say?
I never watched Monkey, so...
Did you not? He could cloud fly. I was really good at fighting as well. He had like a thing on his head.
Yeah.
Right? And basically Tripitaka, the monk, had like a button that he could press, even though it was played by a woman. And when you press the button, the monkey went, ah! And it really hurt the monkey's head. Kept them disciplined. It's great.
Okay, let's go.
Right. And did they ever get the monkey? Did they ever get monkey in USA? I don't think they did, by the sounds of it.
No,
Tim Ballum.
That was why.
Thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Who killed the bear refers to the Forest of Dean, where a mob of villagers in 1889 attacked and killed two French circus performing bears. Oh dear.
Lord. Trained ones. How dare they?
So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to introduce you to Monkey Magic. Maybe that's what I'll do when I come down next week. We just stay up all night watching Monkey
TV
Magic.
Show?
Yeah.
No,
In the
it's fine.
80s.
I know what it is.
The nature of monkey was irrepressible. That's fucking brilliant. No.
Okay.
There is a theme park in Singapore that was set up by the guy who invented, like deep rub that you put on. What's it, like Tiger Balm?
Deep heat.
Yeah, like Tiger Balm. Tiger Balm.
I thought it was deep heat. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a theme park, and it's got all these animatronic things, right? And one half of it is Journey to the West, so it's the story of Monkey. The other half is all the different chambers of hell that exist. So you take the kids along to this theme park.
Is this
Singapore?
an abandoned theme park?
No. You go in, there's kids walking around, and it's people being like cut in half this way.
That's crazy. Where's
and
this?
big saw going down them. People like.
Where's this?
It's in Singapore. It's a theme park in Singapore that it's got like the 9 levels of hell or something, and you see people in a lake like drowning in fire, and there's someone who's like having their eyeballs poked out and stuff, and each crime that you commit has its own unique punishment. So like if you rob, this thing happens to you. If you cheat on your wife, this thing happens to you. And then you touch for however long you were doing bad things on the earth, and then you come out the other side, and then you're given a cup of stuff to drink, which wipes your memory, and then you get to live again. You get reincarnated. Scott thinks I'm making this up.
I do a little bit, but yeah.
All right, theme park, Singapore.
No, oh my God, Graham, can we go?
No, you're gonna stay with me forever. What's it called? Tiger Balm.
Oh, fuck me.
Tiger Balm. Hell. Right. There you go.
Right.
It's called Haw Villa. That's what it's called.
Is that W-O-H-O-R-E?
It features vivid sculptures depicting Chinese mythology, folklore, and especially gruesome punishments in the 10 courts of hell. Hawpar Villa. 3 words. Hawpar Villa. The 10 courts of hell. The park's most famous and intense section, showing graphic depictions of punishments for sins designed to teach moral lessons.
That's terrible. Like the guy with the oh my God. Have you been here? I take it.
Yeah. I've got a video. I should put it up online. My video.
This poor little child having his leg bitten off by some beast.
It's just really insane. A journey through Buddhist hell. I mean, like, content warning. I'm just going to say this now. I'm going to have some content warning for this picture I'm about to put up.
Oh my God. This is shocking.
I warned you, Scott. I warned you. So this is an example of one of the things. Oh shit. Damn it. I just pulled up the bloody
one of the scariest. I found a Medium article. Hawpar Villa.
There you go.
One of the world's scariest theme parks.
What the fuck? And there's little kids walking along and they're seeing this shit and they go, what the fuck? Sorry. So trigger warning for a minute ago. It's over now.
Oh my God.
Hey kids, what do you want to do today? Let's go to that place that depicts all those people
hell.
Being chopped in half in hell.
All right.
Anyway,
well,
there you go.
There's a destination.
Crazy places that ADHD takes you when you're supposed to be talking about Trump and fucking Ozempic.
Yeah, right. It's time to go.
I'm so sorry, everyone watching. But thank you very much to everyone for watching. Thank you for everyone who's dropped into the chat. Thank you everyone who's dropped a super chat in. Thank you to my wonderful co-host, Scott Williams, who can be found on TGA 1976 in places online. And until I see you again, I'd like to ask for one little favor before you go, and that is for you to give us a like on the way out, because we do like a like on this channel. And we like a like. Okay, and until next week. No, not next week. Until tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow at 9 o'clock for Morning Brew. So until then, I'll say hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye. Oh, I pressed the super chat button by mistake. Let's try that again. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye. Jesus Christ.